Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm Yarnmugs on Instagram and Ravelry. And if you're watching this is my first podcast. I've wanted to do this for ages. I love watching other people's podcasts and vlogs. And I just thought, I've got so much stuff to show people or talk about. I thought, I'm going to just go for it. So I'm fresh out of the shower. I don't normally wear makeup. I'll put some on. And I'm just going to show you what I'm working on. See how it goes. I haven't planned anything. I'm not very technical. I don't really know where to stare. So I'm trying to look in the camera, not at the screen. Like I said, I haven't got a plan. I just thought, I've got all my stuff around me that I've been working on lately, and some previous sort of finished objects that I've done this year that I'm really, really happy with. I wanted to share with you as well. So I think first of all we'll talk about what I'm working on now at the moment. The big thing that I'm working on is the Nature's Walk cowl, designed by Sandra Paul from Cherry Heart. I've done loads of her previous blankets. Anyway, I'll just quickly show you. This is where I'm up to so far. I'm in the process of joining. So I've joined one way and now I'm joining the other way. Now, I've used my own colour choice because I love just using up all my old scrap yarn. This is Stylecraft Special DK, which I love because you can put it in the machine and in the tumble dryer. It's just perfect for that. So when I was making the squares, I wasn't really happy with whether things, I didn't think they really matched very well. But now that I've joined the white or the cream, the joining bit, I love it. I really am happy with it. And this has been a joy to make. I've loved all the different patterns. I love this buds one with the puff stitches. Yes, that's lovely. And this one, North Star, this one here, I loved that. Now my flower, this one, came out much smaller gauge than the others. So I've done an extra row around the outside which made more stitches, but I've just joined some together when I've done the joining. I also have done less squares than Sandra recommended, mainly because I think I had about 4 left to go, and I just thought, no, I'll wing it and I'll make it a little bit smaller. So I think you needed 48 squares and I've got 42, but I'm really happy with it. And I'm making this for a friend. So I love that. So that's that. Another thing I've got on the go, that although I've not touched it for a few weeks because I've been concentrating on the blanket, is another cowl. And this is the Hotel of Bees shawl by, what's her name? She's a spoonful of yarn on Instagram. Oh, my brain's gone. Anyway, I've made some of her patterns before. I did the History of Trees shawl. Sorry, this is the History of Bees shawl. And I've done the Hotel of Bees shawl as well. So anyway, this is sort of a bit, it's crochet, but sometimes it looks a bit like knitting because this bit here looks a bit like brioche. I keep forgetting which is the front and which is the back. No, that's the front, and it's really squidgy and chunky, and there is a bit of sort of colour work, where you're using 2 different colours along the same row. Yeah, it's pretty, but it's just a bit fiddly, and also I'm a bit of a tight crocheter and knitter, and I wished, now I'm thinking I wish I'd used a bigger hook, but also a lot of this is just double crochet, or single crochet in America, and I wish they were like trebles. I wish it was just a bit looser. But it's really pretty. I mean, look at that, and these are meant to sort of resemble the bees. And at the minute I'm on a bit of colour work, which will eventually be like, I think, look like honeycomb sections. Yeah, I'll be pleased with it when it's done, but it's just been on the back burner. But the yarn I'm using at the minute is Mr. B's yarn. Oh, it's really lovely, this. What colour is that? Mr. B's yarn in the colour Cheers Drive, and also this one is Truly Hooked in Moulin Rouge. So yeah, I'm loving that. The yarn is lovely to work with, but I'll have to get back. I think I might try and finish this in December. That's nice. Oh, just in case you're wondering, this massive blanket behind is a year-long project last year. Well, I was trying to do a square a day, again, all Stylecraft, special DK. It's a massive, massive, big, giant granny square, which is lovely. Earlier on in the year, the lovely Emma Potter from Potter and Bloom asked me to do a test knit of a sock pattern. I love making socks, and so I did. I was a test knitter, which I loved doing. I was really proud to be asked. And the pattern, oh, this is terrible, I can't remember what the pattern's called now, but it's from her Hanging Rock Designs patterns. But when I test knitted it, I didn't have a picture, I didn't know what it was going to look like, and they are my most favourite socks ever. They look, well, if I say so myself, like they're out of a shop. Now, I don't know if you can really see that. Oh, you probably got, oh yeah, maybe there, look. So this is Hogmanay colour from Travel Knitter. Well, maybe that's it better. Oh, they are so beautiful. They've got a cable up the back. Maybe you can see it more if it's on my arm. Cable up the back, and then really sort of a lacy up the front. And I brought this yarn from Travel Knitter when I went to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival for the first time last year. So yeah, these are gorgeous. I really love these. And I haven't even worn them because I don't want to ruin them. They look so lovely. I'm having problems with my socks lately, in that they're just, I'm getting holes in my heels. And I feel like, oh, it's such a shame when I've, you know, spent a lot of money on such pretty yarn. So I do also love commercial yarn for socks, like Regia. Look, my brain. I'm postmenopausal, and my brain at the minute is rubbish. Can't remember names or things. Anyway, it will come to me. But anyway, I really love commercial yarn that I can bung in the washing machine and not worry about. Another aim for me this year was to knit a garment, and so before going to Edinburgh this year in March, Edinburgh Yarn Festival, I made the Floozy cardigan, which is this. Oh, and I love this so much. So this is mosaic knitting, so it's not colour work, it's just one colour per row, but it just, the way it's knitted makes it look like, oh, my doorbell, hold on, oh, sorry about that. I might show you that in a minute, what I've got. Anyway, back to Floozy. Yeah, so this is knit out of the Knitting Shed slubby sock. It's sort of like tweedy. Oh, it's lovely. Look, it's so drapey. Lovely. So Knitting Shed for the navy and the cream, but the gold, oh, was what was it? Oh, my brain. Oh, she's got a shop in Bath. It will come to me later. Anyway, it was beautiful. I think it's called Golden Rod, the colour. Oh God, I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, sorry. And why I'm showing the Floozy is because Truly Myrtle, or Libby Johnson, has just released a new pattern, Floozy 2, which is going to be a jumper, and I'm definitely going to do it. It's such a perfect fit. Yeah, so I know that it's a lovely pattern, and I really can't wait to do that again. And then after that, while I was at Edinburgh, I bought yarn to do a colourwork jumper for the first time, and I also wanted quite woolly wool just to give that a go. And so this is what I made, and this is called the Anaashah sweater by Jennifer Steingass from Knit Love Wool. The wool is from JC Rennie, you know, like a nice brown and a green. Now this is the first time I've ever done colour work, so it's definitely not perfect. You can see a bit of the pattern, but I also went a bit skew width. It's definitely a bit skew width at the back. Like there, you can really see the lovely shape that it should be. In here, it's like, ooh, don't know what happened there. But to be honest, like that one, that's lovely, isn't it there? And I don't know if it really pops as well as I was wanting it to, but it's my first go. It's really soft. It's lamb's wool. It's not itchy at all. And in fact, I really overestimated, or again, maybe because I'm really tight. I think I only use like 3 balls of wool, so yeah, I've got enough to make another one. It isn't particularly long, but anyway, I think next time I might really try and make a bit of a longer one. How are we doing for time? I don't really want these to be super long. I think if I could just do a little half hour, just a bit of a catch up. So I might show you what has just come in the post actually. So I was watching So Sweet Violet's podcast the other day, and she's been making like washcloths, and she was talking about French soap and signposted us to this lovely website, and I only ordered it on Saturday and it's just arrived. Anyway, it's called Chateau du Savon. Don't know if you can read that or if it's back to front or not. Natural artisan French soap and zero waste skincare. Oh my god, the box, so it's just a little box, but the smell is amazing. And they make little wooden soap dishes as well, what they sell. Yeah, that's lovely. But the soap, oh, it's just amazing. Now, I don't know if to show this one or not. It just made me laugh. It smells lovely. So, I'm planning on getting some cotton yarn and having a go. Well, no, I'll be able to do, I'm sure I'll be able to do it. But making some washcloths. Oh, it's all coming off. Anyway, smells lovely. That's my plan. Yeah, so I thought maybe I'll have a little chat and tell you about me. So my mum taught me to knit as a child. I might crochet at the same time actually, if you don't mind. Where am I at? And I didn't, I knitted just strips of things, not really making anything. But I always wanted to make my own things. And as a teenager, I remember knitting a skirt. And I made this skirt, and it was in really sort of bright orange wool, and I wanted to wear it with like a black polo neck jumper and black thick woolly tights and chunky shoes and stuff. I just never had the confidence to wear it, which is such a shame. Whereas now, I wear my things with pride. I think of all the effort you put into making stuff, and you want to sell the fact that, you know, yeah, I do. I knit and I crochet, and I'm proud of it. But years and years later, my sister had been on a crochet workshop, and one day I went to her house and she had this amazing crochet blanket, and it must have just been like the colours, you know. I just thought, I want to do that, and so I started to teach myself how to crochet just from a book, and I just couldn't get it. I couldn't work out what it meant, and this is before I'd ever even looked at YouTube or followed it. You know, I wasn't doing Instagram, I wasn't watching, you know, podcasts, or, you know, so I just had no other knowledge. And one of the phrases was, put the hook into the hole. So, you know, when you do 4 chains and maybe make the ring, and that's the hole. Once you've made the ring, why could I understand what the hole was? Put your hook into the hole. I just couldn't get it. So my sister taught me, and here we are today, making massive big blankets. And in fact, one more blanket I want to show you, because I'm so proud of this. Talk about learning new stitches. Hold on. Now again, I think this was not this year, last year's massive big project. This is the Atlanticus Blanket by, oh, that's awful, isn't it? I can't remember who it's by. Anyway, it's huge. That might be back to front. Oh my god, but it is so amazing. Look at that. The detail, the texture as well. No, that was the back. It's just lovely. So yeah, I'm really proud of this. It's one of them massive projects that, you know, once you're near the end, the rows take ages, but oh, it's so worth it to have that. So yeah, my sister taught me how to crochet a granny square, and from then on I've developed and evolved. But also, I did have this, you know, I really wanted to be able to knit again. And it's funny how certain, maybe it's muscle memory, but you just, you know, you remember how to hold the hook, and it's just learning the stitches, isn't it? Learning to follow the pattern, learning a new language. And at the minute, well, for quite a while now, I definitely knit or crochet every single day. I don't think a day goes by that I don't do it. And it's definitely something I do, yeah, every single evening. I remember when I first started to learn how to do a granny square, and it was addictive. I'd wake up in the morning and think, oh yeah, I just want to do one more edge or one more round, and just seeing the colours evolve. And oh, in fact, that's another thing I wanted to show you. So when I started making socks and using like wool rather than Stylecraft, I started having loads of little odds and ends. You know, just little scraps left over. So I decided, I thought, again, this will be like a lifelong project, I'm sure, to make tiny little granny squares out of those and making them into a bigger patchworky type blanket. I think a lot of people were doing that, like a granny cosy memory type thing, you know, so all the memories of their patterns or things that they've made, putting it into a blanket. But rather than doing stripes, I thought, oh, I'm just going to do little squares, because they don't take long to make. And a lot of these are things that I've made socks from, so I'm really recognising some of that. And this lovely green, that's Travel Knitter. That's baby camel. Oh, it's so soft. So they're all different wool types in here, but all wool. And like I say, one day that'll be a nice big A nice big blanket. Oh, I love that. Yes, where are we at? I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? You're inspired by lots of different things, lots of different people's patterns, but sometimes, my own mind, I'm thinking, oh, what can I do? What can I make with that? And sometimes crochet is a really quick and easy way to use up your scrap yarns. Right, so I'm just doing this join, and it's only, like I say, it's double crochet, so I can hopefully do it and talk to you at the same time. I don't know about you, but I love podcasts where people are doing their thing while they're chatting, because then sometimes it just feels like, you're in the room with someone, like a friend. The other thing I do as well is with podcasts, I just have them on when I'm doing things, not just sitting. Not always sitting crocheting or knitting when I'm watching podcasts. I just do the washing up or make the sandwiches or cleaning the bathroom. Just having sort of like-minded people on in the background, chatting, talking about things. I love that. In fact, today, in a little while, I'm going to go to my sister's house with my friend, our lifelong friend, who also knits and crochets, and we're going to have lunch together and have a couple of hours doing this, which is such a treat for me and a joy. It doesn't happen often enough. I work every day. More recently, I've started to have one day off a week, and in that day off, it feels like a luxury really to be able to catch up with friends, and especially friends that can knit and crochet as well. So this pattern, once I've done the joining the opposite ways, where it needs joining, then there'll be an edge, and I think tomorrow Sandra's pattern is released I think it's going to be quite a lacy edge, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's like. It's so nice just to test yourself, and see, this has sort of been I think tomorrow's will be week 8, but the fact that you've had 8 weeks of growing this into a finished project that will be beautiful, and so I'm sending this away to my friend. It's her birthday. It's her birthday soon, and she had a special birthday last year which I completely forgot, and I know that she loves sort of purples. I think she'll love this. I hope so. So yeah, I think that's probably about it. I don't really have anything more. Don't want to bore you or not. I want it to be current, all the things that I'm currently working on. And I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see if I do a number 2. Not a number 2. I mean, podcast number 2. And I suppose, I'll see, if I put it up, see what the interest is, or maybe I'll just do this just for me, just to have a bit of have a go at chatting and showing my work. Anyway, thank you for watching if you have watched. And if you want to see a few more details of the things I'm making, follow me on Instagram as Yarnmugs. Alright, take care, bye.